Hello, lovely, and welcome back to another Love Naturally experience. And as you can see, today we are going to be learning a little bit about what makes you the perfect lover. And by that, we'll see from the lover's angles in which you've attracted why they find you to be the perfect little lovebird. But before we do that, I do want to remind you what makes this the Love Naturally experience is with just about each one of my pick a card readings, I extend to you for free, registration free, purchase free. I extend to you a divine assignment. And in those divine assignments, they do help you to bring your readings full circle. A lot of times they have a plethora of free resources, activities, and exercises that you can do that will help you to spiritually, emotionally, and metaphysically expand. So you're definitely going to want to check out the divine assignment for today's pick a card reading. And while you're there, do know that I offer free alignment calls. And these alignment calls, let me tell you, are changing lives. We together will spend about 15 minutes discussing any goal, any hardship, any issue, any concern. Let this be a therapy session for you to get some things off your chest. And by the end of the call, together, we'll go over a set of steps that's going to allow you to be more productive in manifesting the life or version of yourself that it is that you are seeking. So while you're on my website, do know that I have a bunch of other social media platforms. So you want to follow me across the board because I sprinkle my magic everywhere. I don't offer the same thing on everywhere. So YouTube, you get your stuff. Instagram, you guys get your stuff, and so forth. So follow me across all platforms and make sure that any business inquiries that you have for personal parties, if you're interested in arranging a Zoom party where you can have a personal reading done for your guests, you should email me and we can talk pricing and arrangements. It's really fun. And it's a nice little party, kind of like a party festive thing that you can add to your parties that other people don't have, you know? All right. So last thing I'll say on that is if you're ready to work with me, full throttle, baby. I have so many services from tarot readings to ancestral connections. Now, at this time of recording, the services are being updated. So if you're watching this in the future, you may be looking at the newer menu of services that I have extended. Soon to come will be coaching packages as well as courses and lesson plans. So with that said, I hope you are super excited and you are freaking ready because we are about to see what makes you the perfect lover. So, are you ready, my friend, to pick a lovebird? To pile number one, if you're feeling called to these beautiful yellow lovebirds, this will be your pile selection. Pile number two, if you're feeling called to these beautiful blue lovebirds, then guess what? Pile two is going to be your selection. And for those lovebirds who are attracted to number three, if you feel called to these cute little green birds, then guess what? This is going to be your selection. Okay, so here are all three lovebirds side by side. Take a final moment to decide. And I think that's about enough time. I'm going to check you at your reading, but don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're liking the content. That really lets me know that you're appreciating what I'm giving you guys. It's a free way to exchange energy. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here. See you at your reading. Hey there, Lovebird number one. So if you picked Lovebird number one or Lovebirds number one, pal number one, then this is going to be your reading on what makes you the perfect lover. So this is going to be fun. We're going to look at the qualities and just overall, I'm going to keep this kind of raw. I've got a little bit of some like naughty cards too, so we'll see what comes through there. This is gender neutral for everyone, so male, female, and unicorn in between. You're all welcome here as always. So we're going to break this down into 3 parts. First, we're going to see what attracts your people to you. So what attracts those that end up admiring you, end up loving you, end up wanting you, end up needing you? No, maybe not that crazy, but hey, so what about you attracts them in? Okay. Second, we're going to look at what makes them want to stay with you. Like, so first they get attracted in, but what makes them want to stay with you? Like, you are the thing that they have to have in their life. And then finally, we're going to see how it is that you transform your lovers, because that's a powerful thing, you know. We all offer something unique outside of our physicality. So we want to see what about you transforms your lovers. Okay, so starting with part 1, and that is what about you attracts them in. All right, let's see. I've already shuffled, but I'm going to place a circle of divine protection around us so that messages only rooted in divine love, wisdom, and truth are allowed through Ashe, asking our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides to please stand at their points. Okay. All right, lovebirds number 1. Let's see what about you attracts them in. Remember, this is gender neutral, no matter your gender. Okay, if you hear that in the background, that's like my vent going on to keep the air purified in here. It's funny how it started as soon as we started shuffling for you. So it does make me feel like there's something about you that gets people's engines going. Like maybe you're like, you know, you could just be someone who's very tempting, very hot. There's something about your energy that's very hot that people have to have cooled off about them. That people feel like they have to get cooled off. All right, so let's see. What about you attracts them? Wow. You got fucking Aphrodite. Are you kidding me? This is how we're starting this reading, bruh? So I will do my best to give you the male equivalent. So Aphrodite, male equivalent would be like, I'm thinking Apollo. If we're doing like a Ifa European, it would be like Shango, just that, or Casablanca, okay? So we have Aphrodite, all right, like what? And then you have Vesta. Oh, okay, I get it. I hear the message already. Wow, oh my gosh. You have the 10 of Cups. Oh, let me tell you, baby. What about you that attracts them in? You feel like earth. You feel like home. The thing about you, when somebody sees you for the first time, you're usually like distracted. You're usually like in your own world. You're usually doing your own thing, like feeling your own vibe. You're usually like maybe occupied with the kids, putting something in the car, like running, like doing something that makes you look totally just into yourself and into what it is that you're doing. And there's also something about your presentation of self. You do a very good job of presenting yourself, but with little effort. Very Cancerian, just very for the feminines, very soft, very inviting, very like, there's something about your skin that's very silky. There's something about your skin is very silky. It's like people want to touch it. You have a fragrance to you that's floral but woodsy. It's musk. It's a musk, like a woodsy musk. I'm hearing oud. O-U-D. I may not be pronouncing that correctly. You know, several pardons if not. But I know I'm not. But there's something about you that, like, you have this allure. Your allure is your scent. It's your softness. For the masculines, you have this, you use this cocoa butter, this shea butter, this something, there's a butter, there's a body oil. I don't think you're using, many of you are not using cologne. Like this is like the oil people. Y'all are like the essential oil mixers. You like your oils, and you might dibble and dabble with cologne. You know, some people alternate from summer to spring. Sometimes people say in the summertime oils are too heavy, but
like me, I love a good oil. I love fragrances. I love perfumes, but this is a fragrance group. Like people you pull them in by your fragrance. They're like cartoon characters floating in the air to a window to get an apple pie on the windowsill, because your fragrance is like the first thing that captivates somebody. So it's how you smell. And like I was saying, for men, it's this, you're using this scent, and it's something that you're using on your skin. It's this aftershave. It's this for some of you are bald with these really nice, well-kept beards. It's that beard balm that you're using. Keep using it. Keep using that. There's you keep, and I don't want to call out anyone who does suffer from razor burn, razor bumps, and acne on their head if they have a baldy, but you seem to know how to maintenance that. You may have, going to a dermatologist, maybe not, but it's like I'm seeing a baldy or like a low cut with a beard, and whatever it is that you're doing for the masculines, you're doing it well. You're very clean cut. You're very well cut. You look like, oh my gosh, you know what it is? I just heard male, masculine, feminine alike. Y'all look like an extension of your household. What does that mean? Y'all look like y'all keep a clean home. Y'all look like, like shit is tight. You see how this is like wrapped up tight? Like y'all seem like we keep shit tight around here. Like I keep it tighty. I keep it tight. A tight knit house. I don't know if tight knit is the thing, but a well ran home. I keep things in order. I keep myself in order. And again, some of you are single parents, male, masculine, and feminine alike. Okay, so it's about, you're not one of those parents. You ever see a parent, and I ain't no shade because I'm not a parent yet in the world, but I do have children in as far as spiritual children. Okay, and you can't be too neglectful, right? You ever see, and I have pets. I'm a pet parent. I'm a plant parent too. Damn it. No, but you ever see like some of those parents, and they're just so unattentive with their children, and you're like, oh my gosh, girl, if you don't get your child from off that curb, because I feel like, like some parents are just like too laid back. It's like, maybe we should question your parenting skills. So you're one of those people where if you have children, or if like you just have a lot of things that you're doing, if you're not a parent like me, you seem like you keeping things in order. Your plants get watered on time. Your children aren't running around, and like your children are with you. They're like ducklings behind you. So that is this big allure about you, that you look like you can take care of me if I were to go home, if I was sick with a cold, if I had a tummy ache, if I'm crying, if I'm upset. You seem like, just from a look at your ass, and the last thing, I got another one, but just from the look at you seem like you want to be able to take care of the kids, take care of the meal, take care of the bills, take care of me. And it's not like someone to lean up on you, but maybe this is because everything light and shadow in all things. So maybe a part to this is be careful of the type of people. And this is not the type of reading, but I'm going to put this message out there because it needs to be said. It came up. There might be a type of people that you attract where they want to rest up on their laurels while you do the work, while you get everything done. This is very Virgo, Cancerian, and Capricorn, even Leo energy. I'm feeling you don't have to be those signs. I'm just shouting those signs out right now. But because you can keep it all together, it's like you can split into two people. You can be the home bitch, excuse my language, but you can be the person that take care of the home, and you can be the person that takes care of the outdoors, the things that have to be done outside of the house. For the masculines, you have a clean home. It's like, I was thinking about this like the type of archetype of a guy, like to myself earlier. I was like, you know what? The sexy guys are the ones that when I go to their house, and not that I go to people's houses like that, but like if I had a friend or like a family member, a male, like just men in general, not that I'm going to rando guys' houses, but if I went to go to a male's house for the first time and I see that their house is well kept and neat and they don't have a female, to me that's a good sign, because cleanliness is a good indicator of mental wellness. And it also shows the feminine that a masculine energy is able to do it. Like, you don't have to be totally dependent on me to take care of you domestically in case I'm out of town, in case I have my own projects, my own creative businesses, or if I'm sick and down and out. Do you know how to make yourself a tuna fish sandwich? Okay, so masculines, you're the type, Yes, I can. And I can cook. I feel like you have masculines, you've had a close relationship, feminines too, but I'm just going to focus on masculine a little bit real quick. And I'm going to come back to both of y'all and I'm going to tell you the other thing that I got. But masculines, y'all just seem like y'all had a good relationship with your moms, or a female presence. Could be grandma, great aunt, moms, could be a friend mom. For some of you, it was a friend mother. Or just you might have had a role model mom on TV. For those who didn't have an experience with a strong female role model in your life, that should have been your mother figure. And many of you did. And you took on a lot of those traits from her, and it taught you how to run a home. For some of you, you may have had also a militant dad or a dad that was in the military, but there's something that you learned to help you to keep a home. And it shows. It's something, it just shows on you. It just shows, okay? And one of the last things, and then we're going to move into the next part, but one of the last things is your pheromone, y'all. So this is the power where your pheromone, what attracts people into you is your pheromone. The ones that, like I was saying before, you have your woodsy, your scented, your cedar smells, and earthy, woodsy, floral-ish smells, but there's something about your actual pheromone that is totally intoxicating, and it pulls people in. It turns their heads. I see a lot of you I feel like when you're the type of people that even when you go to like a mall or somewhere public, people are like salespeople. They're going after you the most because your pheromone just attracts. Okay, so let's move into the next part, which is what makes them stay. Let's leave this out. So what about, once you get them in, let's see what about them makes them stay with you, or want to stay, or want you to stay. And here we're going to have a little bit of fun because we're going to get some naughty cards and see what comes out there. Okay, so I've already did my big shuffles off camera, so let's go ahead and move and see. Spirit, what is it once my lovebirds number one pulls them in? What about them makes that person want to stay with them, or makes them want to stay? I'm gonna take this one. I don't know if you saw how it popped up like a Pop-Tart. Give me another one that makes them, thank you. And what makes them want to stay? Once they get them, what makes them want to stay? And then give me one more. So these cards are very vulgar. Some of them are like super duper vulgar. Like, to me, the more vulgar, the better. So I may have to censure out some stuff. All right, so also, last real quick, I gotta go back because I just looked at this card again. The other thing about you that attracts them in is like, you look like the perfect match. You look like somebody looks at you and they're like, oh my god, yo, you look like the perfect partner. Like, your hair is done, you smell good, like you look like you work out, or even if you're not like a workout person and you kind of like full figured, you just look joyful. You look like you embody joy, you embody like wholesomeness. You like, if somebody, I'm hearing this phrase right now. I'm hearing somebody probably has thought this about you before, that if they licked you they would get healthy. I don't know what that, and I'm not talking about like in a sexual way. I'm talking about like if they licked your arm, like if somebody just ran up to you and like licked you on the shoulder, that they feel like they would get healthy or wealthy. Say what? All right, y'all. So we have here Oba, which again, Oba is, oh my gosh, yes, this is a Cancerian energy big time. I'm gonna start here because Oba is also in Ifa and Yoruban tradition. She's the goddess of the home. Well, she's related to the household. She's the perfect wife. She is the, and as funny as I was saying Shango before to the divine masculines, she is the first wife of, I believe first or second, forgive me if I'm wrong, I believe it was first though, first wife to Shango, but she's Shango's main wife. She's the wife that represents the domestication, being able to run a household. Ugh. Bro, you gotta look up Obas. I'm gonna all right, divine assignment, y'all. Okay, divine assignment. We have your divine assignment. Make sure you head over to my website, at www.lovenaturally.com. None of my readings would be complete without your divine assignment, which is going to bring your reading full circle. I'm going to give you some instructions on how you can learn a little bit more about Oba and channel her energy to help you to bring in the perfect match. if you're looking for that, or to enhance your household's love energy if you already have your perfect match in your life, okay? And even if your love life is great, you can keep that frequency going with this ritual and some mythology that I will recommend for you in your divine assignment. So I'll see you there, but we're not done with your reading. So again, like I was saying, she represents, and you see how she has two split roads. One road is kind of leading towards, okay, like maybe the household, and the other road is leading towards the outside world. Like I was saying before, that ability to run, to organize, to manage two things. That's a very special gift. It's a very special superpower that many women possess. And I'll be honest with you, many women do not possess that as well. That's just my dog in the background sneezing. So we also have here Ogun. Oh, very interesting. So for you gentlemen, we have here Ogun. And what makes them want to stay? Let me pull all of these around and tell you. So what makes your lovers want to stay is your ability to protect and provide. When your lovers are with you, they feel very protected. They feel very provided for. I feel the need to not take anything in reverse. I'm taking them into consideration, but I don't feel the need to fully read cards in reverse, if you're wondering why I flipped them upright. So nonetheless, typically I do take them in reverse. But anyhow, let's keep going. So yeah, they feel the need that, they feel that you fulfill their needs of protection, of feeling provided for, of being, kind of like, again, not having to do much. This is a really good energy or archetypal energy for those of you, feminine, masculine alike, who like to move more in your masculine energy, where you are more provisional, where you prefer to be the provider. Some people like to be that role of going out and getting and bringing it back and making sure the house is good. I want my baby to be laid up, full, happy. I want my kids to be happy and healthy, well educated. I want my household to be clean. So this is you. You are the type of person that you make people want to stay, because you, whether you promise that or whether you have a plan, you have a vision. You're the person who has a vision, who's very hardworking. Again, more Capricorn energy I'm sensing, Sagittarius as well. You're very hardworking. You're very Virgo as well. You're very hardworking. A little bit of Taurus here with this Aphrodite and Ace of Earth, and you attract the Venusian energy. Okay, so the thing that makes people want to stay with you also is your cooking. You're a good cook. You cook well. You cook deliciously, and people love your food. The people who eat your food, if they are not with you anymore, it's hard for them to eat somebody else's food. It's like they will or they do. So if they're still with you, they will, and if they ain't with you, they do. Compare your food to everybody that they're with now. Like even when they go out to restaurants, if they get a dish and they've had like if you make pernil real good, that's roast pork. And if they go out to like a nice Latino restaurant, they get pernil, and they're like, yo, this shit, it's not like Wanda's. It's not like Wanda. I don't mean to laugh at nobody's fortune, but girl, you must have put that good mojo sauce on that pernil. But or like it could just be like something like a cake. Like you make this really good, delicious cake, and no matter where this person goes, they cannot get your scones. They cannot get your cakes. They cannot get that fresh made bread that used to make, because it was from your grandma's old recipe book that she got, prior to having to leave Nazi Germany, having to escape. It's like one of those things. You're somebody who has these old relic things. It's also something in your house that you do. You might have like antiques. You may have like really unique trinkets, tchotchkes, just really particular things that make your house seem like a museum. You may have like this vintage touch. It may not even be vintage. It could be quite contemporary. It can be industrial for the masculines. It could be farmhouse style, but there's something about your house. Like your house has a theme, and when people go to your house and they have your food, like your lovers, I'm saying people, let me focus on the lovers, but it's a people thing. Like it ain't like there's people who aren't, like you have people who are your lovers. You got lovers and you have your loves, but you also have people who love you, because when they go to your house, you are the home. You're like a house on feet. You feel like home. Everything about you feels like home. Your food feels like home. Don't make no soup. Oh my God, if you make somebody soup, something about soup is super healing anyway. And some of you are in hot countries. You're like, girl, ain't nobody eating no fucking soup. But hear me out. If you made soup, you make some of the most healing soup. You probably you probably are a kitchen witch. That's super cool. But yeah, what makes them stay is also your ability to listen. You listen to your partner, and it's like you're obedient. You're not argumentative. You're a bit stoic and still. I don't feel a lot of like fiery energy. I feel someone who's still, who's not rooted like a tree. I do feel earth energy, but still, and like can just glide and almost like just move swiftly. I just see like this, I don't know, I kind of see in my mind like a superhero being that's like very fluid, like the Dash a little bit. You know how the Dash can just be like everywhere in like so many different places. So it's kind of like, or the Flash. No, but it's like Dash and Flash, because Dash is from the Incredibles and Flash is from DC Comics. So it's like you move, like it's like you may not move that quickly. You may be somebody who could move really slowly, but it's how you move, it's the way you move, your love language, how you project it out, or I should say the lovers that you attract and the lovers that you attract that make them want to stay. They have a need in their love life for people whose love language that they send out is acts of service. So you may not like, because we have love languages, we have two types. There's the one that you like to receive, and then there's the one that you like to project out. The love language that you like to project out is acts of service. And the people that you attract and stay and that end up loving you are those who like to receive acts of service as a way to show love towards them. So from the things that you do around the house, and then you sit down and you listen to a motherfucker at the end of the day, you got time to listen to people after all the things you did in your day? After you did all the chores, you did all the cooking, you did all the work, and now you're going to listen to your partner and really listen and really care and get up tomorrow and do the same thing again. There's something about your drive that's unreal. With Ogun, especially to my men, what makes your women want to stay with you, or what makes them really miss you and wish that they did have stayed with you, is the fact that you actually listen to them. Very rare for masculines to have that ability to just have a full heart and listen. So that's another thing about you that's super attractive. There's also, I wanted to say before, there's something about your overall beauty. You have a very physical sexiness to you. There's something that you embody physically that you look, like I said before, healthy. Healthy could be thick, muscled, it could be lean muscled, but I feel like many of you might be thick. I know they're telling me there's something about y'all overall. I can't say oh, people like your arms when they see them. People like I told you they want to lick your arm and they'll get healthy, but there's something about you in particular that when people see you, you look healthy. So whether you work out, whether you just eat well, whether you don't do anything, keep it up, kid. Just make sure you're healthy, of course, no matter what your lifestyle, your physical fitness plan is. But there's something about you that's super healthy. But I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hold you. I'm looking at all these legs. There's something about your legs. You have really sexy legs. You have strong legs. I'm seeing baseball, football player legs. Yeah, them. Even some of y'all got those sprinter legs for people who do track. Okay. And then the final thing is, some of you, I was saying before with the masculines, your hair, you may have a baldy. Some of you do this bun on top of your head and the conditioner that you're using. And then the ladies, you have hair, you ladies, you have hair. Some of you may not, you know what I'm saying? So not to be funny here, but for the women, your hair, some of you may, when you wear your hair orange or orange ties in your hair for the feminines, or you may have because there's a lot of orange on the crown. There's orange here, orange here, orange here, orange here, and orange hair. orange. There's something with the women with your orange in your hair. So auburn, burnt orange, strawberry blonde, that beautiful, almost you ever see a beautiful Scottish woman with that bright orange hair. like that. That beautiful orange red hair. So for some of you, you say that I'm hearing that you don't like that, but your ancestors gave that to you as a special marker for beauty, as a connection to the love goddess. So that's somebody in very particular. That might just be one of you. One of you have this bright ass red hair that you don't like. You might grow it on your arm with freckled skin, I'm seeing, and you don't like it. Doesn't matter what shade or tone or color you are. And you've either didn't like it as a child, or you still don't like it now. Maybe you've come into embracing it, but I'm hearing one of you have some ties to the goddess of love that came through your ancestors, and it's a marker so that people know in the world that you're the goddess of love. All right, whatever that means. But pretty cool message though. So yeah, people cannot. So the other reason why people have to, they feel like you're the one, like what makes them want to stay with you. Let's see. Let me pamper you and stigmatize. Okay. So first off, if I can't focus around you, I do see that as a way where you're so alluring. Like I was saying earlier, there's something about you. And one of the first things that I said is you go around and you go about your day just kind of like in your own world, like this in your own world. And for the other people, real quick, if it's not orange hair, it's red. For like my sisters, like my black girls who be doing that like red, or like some Hispanic women, you do like this really, really bright red hair, like at least from where I'm from, like in the Bronx, you be seeing girls with like this bright red hair, and it's called Kool-Aid red. Kool-Aid red, okay? That shit be looking nice. I don't even want to say this name, but Sexy Red, I don't like to promote her, but Sexy Red color red is the red I'm talking about. That bright red color looks good on some of y'all, even my locked sisters. But anyhow, moving forward, like I was saying, it's like there's something about you, like when you're off, like you go throughout your day, and I guess because you're so like on your shit getting things done, like you just are so wonderful to watch. Like there's something about you that's just delightful to watch. And it's not even like, girl, I love watching you walk away. It's not even like on the like I don't want to call that degrading or demeaning, because that, you know, that could make a girl feel kind of good. I'm just kidding y'all a little bit, but it's not in that way. It's like kind of like people just like watching you at work. They like literally and figuratively, like I just like watching you at work doing the things that you like. And then literally I like watching you work. So some people, they can't focus around you because they like how you focus. They like watching you focus on the things that you're focusing on. Then we have Let Me Pamper You. Like I was saying, this falls on top of like that home energy. So masculine, feminines alike, y'all do a really good job of like letting your acts of service, okay? I don't want to be a broken record. So again, that acts of service love language. Again, check out your divine assignment. I'll leave a link for your love language. So for love languages that you can find more information on, but just letting you being the person who wants to pamper, who wants to make sure that your partner is good, wants to take care of, wants to provide. Who wants to leave that? Like, I ain't going nowhere. Like, literally, I'm not going nowhere from this couch because you're going to do everything, and then I'm not going nowhere. But the only thing in turn is, like, again, remember to have people around you that appreciate you. And I feel that some of you have learned that. You've come to learn that I'll do this shit because I have, like, you're the type of people you feel good moving your energy. But it's like, appreciate me and be able to give that back to me. Be able to, like, return that to me one day. And the last thing, okay, so first of all, I'm going to address the fellas in the room. Fellas. Okay, y'all be putting them thing, bam. You got me slipping cards all over the place. Cards slipping out my hand because that's how you be leaving them. Slipping, like mouth getting all watery and shit. Masculines, y'all need to don't be putting it down like that because I feel it. I can feel it. Okay, I am a clairsentient. That is the first way in which I understand energy, and I can feel all them things. I feel where you be at and all of that. So I'm gonna need y'all to not do that to your partners like that, okay? To these lovers out there, to the feminines, because I'm not even talking to the masculines no more. I'm getting out of that energy. So I'm gonna have to look your ass up, find out where you at. No, I'm kidding. Only partly though. No, I'm kidding. But to the women, there's also something about your Okay, so ladies, it's a similar energy, but it's more so for you women. It's how you receive it. So this falling on Aphrodite, and also with this bull kind of like on off. I know a bull can't stand up, right? It usually doesn't, but also with you on fours, I think the position in which where you are on all fours, and it's not just the doggy style position. There are so many other positions where you can welcome your lover. Y'all like how I'm doing this PG-13 but still talking about some nasty you can welcome your lover from behind you. No, but for real, you can welcome your lover from behind you in different like positions from that way. So maybe ladies, you want to explore that, fellas as well. But and it's not just ladies. I don't mean to address this to to the ladies, because this is the energy that I'm resonating for the ladies, or for the feminines that are the more so like the receivers, or I would say like the bottoms if it's a same-sex relationship. But it's how you receive it. Like, you're one of those people that can take it and take it and take it, and the person that is giving it to you is like, yo, how are you taking they're like, yo, where is it going? And it's not like because you all stretch it out, not like that. It's just because they're like, where is it going? How are you receiving all of me like this? And that's just because of you're connected to that goddess of love. So you're made for this. You are made to be bedded. And I mean that in the most non-degrading way, just keeping that on topic. I'm not saying that to be like, that's your purpose in life. I'm saying that your body, your anatomy, your essence, your energy, your spiritualness, like, I haven't done any of the other piles, but so far, like, this is the pile to pick. Like, you're literally made for lovemaking, and the way that you feel your essence, it's the essence that you do. Feminines, it leaves them drugged is the word. Not in the physical way, because we do not do that. We don't condone that. But I'm talking about, it's an energetic, a spiritual feeling of being hypnotized and just intoxicated by you. And gentlemen, you already know, y'all doing too much. I don't care how well endowed you are, how not. Spiritually, you can be one size, but once you enter your lover, you can become another size if the spiritual energy is right within you, and also if the spiritual energy is right between y'all. Like, you can feel different, a different size. So again, masculines, y'all just be putting it down. So we're going to get the final card here, and that is, how do you transform your lovers? I'm going to try to do this and get this answer as a single card. So how do you transform your lovers? Okay. How is it that you transform your lovers? Okay, I'm going to take this one because it's not going in the deck. All right, let's see. You transform your lovers by... you transform them body and soul. And I just want to point out the number 5 here at the top. Number 5 is the number of Oshun, which is the goddess of love, the goddess of joy. Just like Aphrodite, number 5 in numerology is also the number of transition, the number of change. But outside from that, it's the number of physicality and sexuality, and exploring your sexuality and feeling comfortable in your sexuality. So how do you transform your lovers? You transform them body and soul. You bring the physical experience, and this is for many of you, it's through your lovemaking sessions with them. Notice I'm not saying fucking. Notice I'm not saying like hitting it hard. Like, I'm not talking like real raunchy and vulgar. That's not really like me, but I can get there if we need to. But this is like when you're like a lovemaking session. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that you don't get it done in other ways, but there's something about your lovemaking sessions that transforms your lovers, mind, body, spirit, and soul. You have spiritual sex, okay? You have spiritual sex, whether you know it, whether you don't, whether you know how to yield and move it or not. And that is how you transform your lovers. I'm also hearing that for some of you, you transform their bodies physically. So if they were someone who was overweight, or if they are someone who wanted to put on weight, there's something about you that changes their physical form. Those of you, I do feel like there might be those who are very into fitness in this pile. Maybe not everybody. But those of you who are there, you encourage your partners to want to be more conscious about their eating habits or their physicality. Some of them just want to be more conscientious about their physicality because they don't want to lose you. They're like, I got to get my shit right. Cause I got a baby girl to take out, or I got a sexy little thing in my arm, and my daddy about to take me, like Zaddy about to take me out. So it's something about you in itself where the person is like, oh no, I'm gonna keep myself up. Oh yeah, because didn't we say in the beginning, you keep yourself up? Like, you look like you keep yourself up. So the partner that you end up attracting, you transform them to be like, I'm gonna keep myself presenting like my partner as well. So pile number one, lovebirds number one, that was your reading, What Makes You the Perfect Lover. I do hope that you liked it, and do remember that I have content on all different platforms. When you're ready to work with me, check out my menu of services, and I do have free alignment calls that I'm currently offering. Totally no sales attachments involved. There's no gimmicks. It's just something I'm offering from my heart. So get it while they last, because it will not be something I do forever. And until next time, know that I love you. Love Naturally is out, baby. Hey there. So those of you who picked pile number two, lovebirds number two, lovebirds number two. So welcome to your reading as to what makes you the perfect lover. We're going to do this in 3 parts. The first part, we're going to look at what people actually find attractive, or what attracts people to you. So it's not really so much like what is attractive about you. That may come up, but it's about what in particular attracts your mates in. What about you attracts people in? So after we look at that, we're going to look at what makes them want to stay. So once they're attracted in, what makes them want to stay with you? And then we're going to close out with how you transform your lovers. What is your transformative loving gift? So without further ado, we're going to ask to protect this circle so that messages only rooted in divine love, wisdom, and truth are allowed through. Ashe. Asking our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides to please stand at their points protecting this circle. And I ask the Most High, Great Spirit, please work through me. And thank you for being here with me, lovebird number 2. So without further ado, this is a reading for all genders, however you sexually identify. All are welcome here. I do a really good job of making the messages neutral, and my spirit team is really good at helping me to give messages to each one. So just so you are aware, I will be identifying messages as to however you identify as far as masculine and or feminine energy. Okay, so it doesn't matter gender. All right, so what is it that attracts their lovers in for lovebird number 2? Okay, and I'm gonna get a third one because I've been that's too many. Give me just one more, please, just one more. Thank you. Y'all trying to get 3 more, 4 more? No. Just to keep it consistent, because we do have a lot of different parts we're gonna look at. So to start off, I'm seeing here that you just want to put some lotion on my hands because I just finished like washing dishes, so they're like extra dry right now. Okay, but anyhow, right? So we have Mother Mary, Expect a Miracle, Athena, and Irakura. Okay, let me just put some lotion on. Okay, I have it, y'all. What attracts your lovers into you is the first message that I got is, for some of you, you remind people of their mom. So some people have lost their mothers maybe at a young age, or they were really close to their mother and they lost their mother. Those individuals are really attracted to you. For some of you, there's something about, especially with this Mother Mary energy here, there's something about Mary. There's something about you when you walk through, and this is more so for the feminines, as I have something for you masculines as well, but there's something about you and your presence. I even feel just physically, you may find that you have a plethora of suitors that have come to you, whether they've admitted or not, because there's a quality about you that reminds them of their mother. So for all masculine and feminine alike, what I notice is that you have this maturity to you, because with Athena here in the middle, this wisdom, with age comes wisdom, right? So there's this mature look, even though it's not really here depicted, but I feel like some of you might have like a silver streak in your hair. You might like let yourself go gray. You might really embrace that. I don't know if any of you watch Country Wayne, but like Rolanda, like Ro in Country Wayne, is just allowing that silver fox to come through. So for many of you, it's your maturity. Even if you're younger, you carry yourself in a way of seeming more mature. I'm hearing that you are more of like a modest, chic dresser. So you don't show too much. You see, like everybody for the most part in these pictures, they're covered up. So there's not a lot hanging out. Even your hair is kind of a little bit more simply done for the feminines and masculines who also grow their hair out as well. It's it's not, it's just very. It's very sophisticated, and it's almost, I'm getting an image of the sexy librarian. So people who have these fantasies of these of like the geek, and I don't mean to be rude in these terms, all right? I'm just telling y'all how it's coming to mind. Like the geek fantasy, or the smart girl fantasy, the smart guy fantasy, the nerd, the like the 24-year-old virgin who never, excuse me, like it's not 24. Well, maybe 24 is a little old for people to not, I don't know, but no pressure if you're not, take your time. But the 40-year-old virgin, it's like that virgin person wants you to be the person that teaches them how to do it. So there's an allure about you that's also like, you look so wise, or you look like you have wisdom to the point where like, I want to know what you can teach me. Like, I want to know what you can teach me in life. I want to know a lot of people want to know where you work. They think that you have a very sophisticated job, or the job that you're in you're like the leader, or you've been there for a while. You're very cultivated, or you're very cultured, or you're very astute in what it is that you do. This is what people think, right? When they see you, this is what attracts them in. They're like their thoughts are like, oh damn, he must, even if you look like you work on motorcycles, it's like, oh, he must work on Harley Davidsons, and he must have been doing it for 35 years, or she must work on Harley Davidsons, and she must have been doing that for like fucking 30 years, because it's just, people have this thing about you where they feel like you've been doing this thing for a long time and that you have tenure, and it goes with that maturity. With this Arakura blossoming, I'm not really getting the clarity here, so I'm going to get some openers, because we were going to do that anyway. But I'm hearing the color white looks really good on you when you wear white and olive, not olive, but like this deep hunter green. So hunter green and white. Maybe some of you have hunter green, or like you have green eyes. Like there's like a tinge. For some of you, I'm seeing that the inner part of your pupil, of your iris, if I'm saying the wrong part of the eyeball, forgive me, but the inner part of your pupil, I think that's what it is. It has like green little stripes mixed with the brown. It's like honey brown and green stripes. I think they call that hazel, right? My fault. They call it hazel. So y'all got them hazel eyes. Like shorty right here. Hold on. Let me show you. Look, her eyes are hazel as hell, like Rihanna. Yeah, y'all have like Rihanna eyes. But they're piercing. They're not so dreamy. They're more like, I can see into other realms, and I can see into your soul, and I will look into your soul and tell you all the wisdom that you need to know. So it's a little bit like that. I get blossoming now. I didn't at first, but there's a purity to you. There's something about you that seems pure. Some of you may work in like, you might be like a priest or a priestess or a spiritual healer or a practitioner, or of a religious order or a spiritual order of your desire, of your own order. There's something about your spiritual energy that people see, so they can see your light. That's why I couldn't like really see it at first. I'm like, what is this? What does this mean? Come on, what are y'all saying here? But it's about people being able to see your light. They can see your spiritual light, and that's one of the things that attracts them to you. It's as if you it's like You call them in. Wow. Did you see that? It's like you call them into you. I'm just going to take the top one. With your divine light, especially people who need guidance and healing. I'm hearing more so guidance. It's like you may be a healer, but it's like the people in the world who are lost and they seek guidance. There's something about your energy on the unseen realm that attracts them in. Look, that attracts them in, like they can't stop from coming towards you. So let's see other reasons why people are so attracted to you, or why your lovers are so attracted to you. Because you make, I'm hearing, just imagine all the things that we could be. Imagination's fun for you and me. You get it? So you cause people to use their imaginations. You allow people to believe in the miracles of life. So what attracts people into you is you are like their dream, like kind of like, it's not like you're my dream girl, you're my dream guy, you're my fantasy. Like, it's not like that. It's like people literally, they've had this fantasy, or they've had a dream of a person, and they meet you and they're like, holy shit, you're the person from my dream. Or like, it's like a deja vu moment. So a lot of times you attract people in because they think they know you from somewhere else. They don't realize that they know you from the spirit realm, because your spiritual signature is very powerful. So people, holy shit. So people, I've never read this before. I've never channeled this before. People see you in the physical realm thinking that they know you, but they don't know you in the physical realm, but they do know you because they've seen you in the spiritual realm. Because in the spiritual realm, you're popping. Like, even if you're not super popular on earth, because you're more for whatever reason. But in the spirit realm, oh, everybody knows you. Like, you're the type of person that you probably host all white spiritual parties, and like all the like angel celebrities and like all the ascended masters be at your party, like drinking the elixir of life and chilling, eating like ambrosia, chilling at your spot, like, because you the hostess with the mostest. Yo, don't forget me, bro. When it's time for us to reconnect on the other side, don't forget your kid over here. I'm trying to get to them parties. Look, you're popular. Yo, you're mad lit on the spirit realm. You're popular. Look, oh my gosh, I hope I get an invitation. Okay, what are you gonna wear? I don't know. I was thinking about wearing my like cotton candy. Like, I don't know. I guess angels wear cotton candy in my mind. Anyway, focus. But you're really popular. You might even be like, you might be like one of those spiritual mothers. That's why you remind people of the mother here, because this is gonna sound weird, but like, you might have even like been the mother to a great like leader, or a great, like, you know how Mary birthed Jesus. Okay, I'm just gonna say that, like, you like the type, that's like your soul archetype. I'm seeing like you, if not you yourself, you're like the queen mother of a really powerful spiritual ascended master or a spiritual being. So one or the other. Okay. But yes, that's why when people see you and they're like, trying to clear the camera, y'all. There we go. People see you and they're like, oh my gosh, like they're attracted into you for that reason to start. Now I want to keep moving forward. So we have here with the Page of Coins, you look like you have money, because you see how this is in reverse. And in the first pile, I didn't really want to take too many reversals, but here I feel like I need to. You see how this is in reverse? So like, people feel like you have money, like you look like you do well. Or like, even if you're not flashy, because remember I said you're a modest dresser, but it's like, is that Kate Spade that she has? Was that Prada? Like, did she just pull out a Dolce, like a Balmain wallet? Like, it's like things like, you have these touches of like, oh, people check, they be like, oh, you got money. Or like, for you masculines out there, I feel that those that you attract, like your counterparts, in particular masculines, people look at your keychain. So they look at your keys, and you might have like a BMW, or like, you know, just an elite car, or a Ducati, and people are like, yo, like, somebody somebody has a motorcycle. Somebody here has a motorcycle that's watching. That's what's up. Somebody definitely is a motorcycle head here, and people when they see your keys, they're like, oh, they want to ride on your motorcycle. Double meaning. And then the last thing that attracts people in, like I said, we've talked about this before. Oh, the last thing is your voice. When people hear you speak, they're like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. Your love is mine. Can't you see my desire? Yeah, that's the way love goes. That's your theme. When, like, if you had a theme song when you walk into a crowded room and like these people are looking at you and turning heads, it's like they're looking at you. They're like, that's like you are embodying like, that's the way love goes. I don't know. It's like something like you remind them of love walking by, because again, they feel like you are somebody that they know. Like, you feel very familiar to a lot of people, and that provokes this feeling of love inside of them, like instantly. So I guess you can be the pile that gets that love at first sight. Okay, so let's now look at what makes them want to stay. Once they're attracted in, what makes them want to stay? What makes them want to stay? What makes the lovers want to stay? For those who picked Lovebird number 2. What makes their lovers want to stay? For those who picked Lovebirds number 2. I will take 4 cards happily. Now, I do have some naughty cards, all right, y'all? So we're going to see what come out. These cards can get real graphic. I'm the type where it's like, the more graphic, the better. I'm not shy when it comes to talking about sex. So I will do my best. You see how this one, I don't know if you saw, but this one kind of like flipped out. But I will do my best to kind of censor it just to be, professional. Is that such a thing for me? No. Yeah, I'm very professional, y'all. But to keep it professional, so stick around, okay? Let's go and like these cards. So what other ways do they make their lovers want to stay? I want to do that again. That was sloppy. What other ways do they make their lovers want to stay? There's so many of these, so. What other ways do they make their lovers want to stay? Shucks. Okay, we got 4. I'm going to leave it at 4 because that's a nice little match right there. And then I accidentally split the deck. And not accidentally, but when I picked up that pile initially, I had forgotten a few cards down. So in doing that, when I looked over to the left where I have my cards at, I found this. And it says cool, calm, and collected. So there's something about how you don't get... It's like that wisdom. It's like when you're wise and you've been through shit, I used to work with this woman. I won't say her name, but I worked with her. She was my manager when I worked at David's Bridal eons ago when I was young and like going to community college. And we worked for sales goals there, so commission based. And we would get it was all girls too. It was just like a pool of toxicity, but she would say, some people get vexed by things. I don't get worked up by certain things like certain people. And I would say what a fucking bitch to have that response to people who are struggling to make their sales goals. Like, this is stressful. But then I thought about it. I'm like, no, she's right. Why am I stressing about this commission? I'm either going to make my commission or I'm not. And I'm going to work here and I'm not. And I don't work there anymore. I worked there for maybe a year to get me through the summer for college. So it's there's something about you where you're always remaining cool, calm, and collected. That's probably why people come to you for your advice, even though we're not talking about that. But I feel like people might come to you for your advice, and even if they don't, you have the best advice. I'm really seeing a sexy ass Caucasian male. There's a sexy ass white man with a protruding... You're Irish, I believe. I'm looking at an Irish man. He has a protruding goatee. When I say protruding, I mean it's really full out and it feels like straw if I can touch it. And you have a little bit of hair at the top and it's shaved on the side and you got some tattoos. Oh my goodness, you look yummy, baby. I don't know, you in particular are just coming to mind for this reading. So okay, so let's look at what makes him stay. We have here the 4 of air. Interesting. Okay. The 5 of earth, the 6 of earth, and then the 10 of water. I'll hold these up. I apologize. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. All right. Okay. What makes them want to stay with you? First off, you bring people back to life. Some lovers that you meet because you're so mature, you're so sophisticated, you're so established, even if you don't feel like you are, in comparison to the people that you are attracting in your life or have attracted. And I see that you might like attract a lot of people at once. I'm seeing in particular like one person who has a constant issue with multiple females. I'm seeing females, multiple females in a friend circle that like you at the same time. This could apply to men, like multiple. It could apply also to someone who has like multiple males who are all friends that try to compete for your attention at the same time. But I'm seeing a male in particular with multiple females who at the same time, like there's been multiple times where like you meet a girl and then she has a group of friends, and then like you meet her friends, and then now her friends are trying to get in your pants. And maybe maybe once or twice a month slipped up, but this ain't about that, and it's no judgment, babe. But it's like, it's constant. It's like, oh my gosh, this is the third time this happened to me that I have to fucking walk away from something that might have been really good for me because her friends are tripping, like, or she won't check them, like shit like that. So anyway, moving on. Like, people usually when they enter your life or they meet you, they're not at as much of a stable place as you are. So because they're not at that level of stability, they tend to lean on you. And I meant to say this before, if you hear like a vent in the background, that's just like my air purifier. All right. But it's like that's what you do. You purify their life. Like you bring them back, like you resurrect them. You bring them back after you help them in particular with their finances, I'm hearing. Because when I was looking over here at the 6 of Virgo, because I'm like, there's a lot of earth energy here. Well, not really, but it's like 2 earth cards. I did feel Capricorn energy before. But anyhow, I digress. Signs aside, it doesn't really matter. You can be any of the earth signs. I really felt dominant, but it doesn't really matter, okay? That doesn't matter. Don't let that discourage you from this reading. What I'm saying is there's something about how you manage your money. I feel like you have a lot of money in different places. Like you see how he's holding this green straw? It's green too. Like it's not, I don't know if you could tell that it's green, but it's green. It is not straw, like dry brown straw. So the fact that it's green, like this is straw back here. This is a green grass, or it's like dry grass. Anyway, the point that I'm making is the fact that it's green is making me think of money. So I feel like you have money in a bank account here, a bank account back there. You have investments, you have property investments, you have business investments. Like you either know how to invest, you know how to move money. You are a mover and shaker on the low though. You see how he's crouching down and there's nobody around him? You make your money moves low key. Yo, you're sexy as hell. Who are you? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's sexy. I love a quiet, low-key man. Like, And I love when us sisters, we can be quiet and low-key too. I love when we do that. I am cisgender heterosexual, but I'm just saying I admire when us women are able to do that too. Like, so that's something about you. Like the people that you meet, they love that you're able, and you teach them. Like I said before, you resurrect them, you teach them how to move their money. Now, here's where I got a little bit stuck. I'm not gonna lie. It's like with the 5 of Earth, we got this goddamn, like, how did he end up like this? What happened, goat? Do tell me. What I'm hearing and also what I'm noticing is like, it's like these two are like 2 points. And I know it sounds ridiculous to say just that, but what I'm hearing is so vulgar and so nasty, but I gotta say it. So there's something that you do orally. In particular, it's like you're able to run your strongest muscle in your body, so your tongue. You're able to run that down the ridge of a shaft of something that is a sensitive area on another person. Probably their I'm talking about their personal parts, right? So it's a way that you run your tongue on that. And then also focusing on the head. So those, basically you slob a good knob. Okay. put simply. And then on the other side, like, y'all, like, my mouth was salivating because y'all definitely, you know how a cat licks milk? You, like, you take care of the cat, okay? You make sure that cat has no milk left. You make sure the cat's bowl of milk is dry. Not even dry, because look at all this water. But you make sure the kitty cat's bowl is licked clear and clean, okay? And let me tell you something, they be happy when they're done. So y'all orally, your oral game is on point. So people tend to compare your oral game to the past people that they've been with. Or if the past people, yeah, I'm saying that right, because that's what I'm hearing. The past people, they compare it to their current people. So if they're not with you, or if they like messing with you on the side, or whatever the case may be, they compare how you do it to them. Or excuse me, they compare how your skills are to those people. And also, like, no one, just really nobody can compare to your head game. Y'all got good brain. Y'all real smart. Little nasty. Slow dance. Ooh, slow dance and go. So I told you, and then with the cool, calm, and collected before. So I know these aren't the nastiest of cards, but I feel like that last message was way nastier than what I got channeled for group 1. So what I do see, though, is that there's something about your slowness. Also, you're a sensual love maker. You go slow. It's like your motion. Oh, you got that motion in that ocean, bro. Like, you make it feel like, it feels like harmony. It feels like waves. I wish you guys could see like the weird dance that I'm doing in my chair. But it's almost like I'm like on a boat, a paddle boat, with my legs like just dangling in the ocean, and with my paddle board, you know, shark free, jellyfish free, piranha free. Those are my fears of fucking getting bit in the ocean. No, I'm kidding. But and then just letting the water like cast you out and just like take you, and it just feels like that's how you feel, like cool, calm, collected, slow. But like that lovemaking session is real slow. It's real intimate. It has depth. It's very deep. It's full of depth. It's soul bonding. I feel like you don't sleep around a lot. I feel like your energy is so mature where you've may have gotten that out of your system, or maybe you never really were that type of person and you've gotten it out of your system in past lifetimes. But I do see that you're someone who's gotten a lot of that out your system, and you more do the physical, whether it's like, nah, I really just wanted to hit that, or which again, not too much of that is coming through. But I also do see some of you who just do it to really connect deeply with your lover, and you're very good at it, okay? Like, very good at it. I'm not feeling you right now, and I want to apologize but don't know how. With that, I also am sensing that the reason why people want to stay with you is that you're really good at diffusing arguments and really good at diffusing situations. Like, you have a little bit of a stoic nature to you, so you're able to, like, you're not argumentative or argumentative, and a lot of that might seem like a little cheesy cop out, but you're a peaceful partner, and people don't understand the fucking value in that. Like, you are a gem. Number 2, Lovebird number 2. You're a gem, baby. A lot of people don't have peaceful partners. Like, you're not someone that's coming with a bunch of addictions. You've done your shadow work. You might be in counseling or therapy, I'm sensing, or you've already done a lot of counseling and therapy to face your, maybe like your childhood demons. Like your inner demons or your childhood demons, I'm hearing, but just childhood afflictions, right? But I'm like, you're someone who comes with your shit intact internally and financially. So it's like when people get into arguments with you, you don't really give them that energy back. You don't match it, because you understand, you use your wisdom to navigate the troubled water. That's why I felt like I was on that cool, nice, easy paddleboard boat before with your energy. And people who like to argue, they don't, like, you might be someone who they want more passion from, like they want more, like, but you're not like that. And so when they leave your energy, or they leave you in a relationship, or that you're no longer their lover, because you seem like a very committed person too, but only once you commit. Like, you're not the type of person who's like eager for love, you're really good with being by yourself. Because like, I just want to say, like, I just feel like you're really good on your own. Like, he's chilling. He has no other people in this picture with him. It's just him and his work. And I feel like you're good with just your work. You might have even like loved and lost. You may have lost a spouse, lost a lover by, maybe they transitioned, or you just had a divorce or a separation if you weren't married. But there's something to that effect where you seem very stable in your solitude. And that is terrifying to the people that you attract. So they try to provoke you to prove that you love them by getting these passionate responses from you. And when you don't give it to them because you're not an argumentative person, some of them may flee off. And then when they're in those other relationships and connections, they're like, holy shit, what I had was golden. It was golden because it was stress-free, it was drama-free. And that's another thing. You help people, not just financially, you help people with their traumas. And it's not like you're a spiritual healer, right? This is a spiritual healer group. So you help people work through their traumas too. So there's that part where people don't want to leave that, because again, you feel like mama, you feel like papa, you feel like a protector, So let's go into the last part, which is a nice, fun little piece. And we're going to see how is it that you actually transform your lovers. So how do you transform them? We're going to get a single card and then we'll close out. So I do want to say that with every one of my readings, y'all, you receive a divine assignment. So that divine assignment you can find at my website at www.lovenaturally.com. And it's how you can bring your reading full circle. I'll give you some advice on your love language and how you can use your love language to navigate your relationships. But again, I feel like this group is kind of good. So I've never said this before, but your divine assignment is super optional. It always is. It's always suggested. But for this group, I do feel like you have so much inner work that you've already done that you don't even need this divine assignment. But I do want to give you a resource that you can take with you. So make sure you check it out, okay? I'll see you at your divine assignment. But before you go, let's take a look and see how it is that you transform your lovers. Ready? All right, let's look. Ooh, Call of the Muse. Nice. So we have the numbers 31 at the top. The way that you transform your lovers is you help them to see their calling. You transform your lovers. This is a part of your spiritual muse. Ashe. Ashe to the work that you do. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for the love that you put out. Thank you for the patience that you put out, just from one healer to another. And we're all healers, okay? So take that as you may. Even if you don't have a business or a label or a brand, you're still a healer, and you can heal just by giving love, by being patient with yourself and others. But you, my friend, you help people to step into their calling. You help people to see their calling in life, their divine purpose, their life purpose, and not just to see it, but you help them to take and make practical steps that they are able to initiate in walking in that divine light. So you transform your lovers on a deep level. Like deep. You are a muse to this world, and I thank you for being here with me, and I hope that you liked it. If you did, definitely subscribe, give me a thumbs up or a like. I usually don't ask for that, so I'm not sure why I'm asking for that here, because I feel like if you like the vibe, you already know what to do. You are ready. But one thing you may not know is that I offer free alignment calls. So if you have a goal that you need help with, since you're always helping somebody else and you might need some inspiration during those calls, I can help you set a spiritual SMART goal for absolutely free. There's no sales gimmicks. There's no attachments to it. It's just something I'm extending from my heart. So get it while supplies are lasting. And finally, when you're really ready to work with me, I do offer a full list of assorted services, from working with your ancestors and connecting to them, to general tarot readings, and even Reiki. Did you know I was certified? So check me out there. All of the information that you need is in the description. And I guess until next time, right? Just know that I love you and thank you for being here with me. Love Naturally is out. Okay, so for my lovebirds number 3, welcome to your reading. We are going to look at, again, what makes you the perfect lover. Really, the focus of this was to see what would make you the perfect, or what your ex-lovers, current lovers, and future lovers What would they say about you to make you the perfect match? Why you're the perfect lovebird? So we're going to do this in 3 parts. The first part, we're going to look at what attracts your lovers to you. So how do you attract them in? After we look at how you attract them in, we're going to look at what makes you stand out, or excuse me, I'm sorry, not what makes you stand out, what makes them stay. So first, how do you attract them in? And then after you attract them in, what is it about you that makes them stay? I'm stammering, y'all. Forgive me, okay? And then last, we're going to see how it is that you transform your lovers, all right? So these are the things, like, I feel that on a deeper level makes people the perfect lover. Like, how do you attract people? Why do they want to stay with you? And how do you alchemize their lives? So we're going to see that right now. And I'm going to protect this circle, asking our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides to please come through. Protecting the circle so that only messages rooted in divine love, wisdom, and truth are allowed through Ashe. And I'm asking my angels to stand at their points, protecting the circle as well. All right, so let's go ahead and see. First part, what attracts your lovers to you? What attracts lovers into pile number 3, lovebird number 3? What attracts lovers into them? Okay, I'm taking 3 per group, so we've got 3. First, we have, really, y'all? Y'all got Yemaya? Wow. So I do have to cover up the nudity. Y'all have Yemaya? Wow. We have here, wow, Ostara. Oh my gosh. This is good energy. And Guinevere, true love. Oh my gosh. Okay, first off, I just want to give this disclaimer. If you didn't listen to the intro, this is gender neutral. So I do a really good job of describing genders. Even though you see 3 goddess cards, it's a goddess deck. So I will include the male deity similarities. And also, this is not just for heterosexual. This is for all gender and sex identities. So I will do my best to, not do my best, I do a fucking hell of a job of navigating the information so that everyone feels welcomed. Okay, so all are included here. Let's go with the energy. First off, y'all are very fertile. So there's something about your pheromone that I'm getting off the bat. There's something about your pheromone that people smell fertility coming off of you. Now, if this is not fertility in a sense where you're having children, whether you're able to or not, but if it's not fertility in a sense where you're having children or you're producing children, this is fertility in a sense where it could be just your richness. There's something about you that seems rich, seems luxurious, like all of these characters here. Again, keep the genders neutral, but all of these characters here, all of these goddesses that are here, they have things adorned on their heads, and she has a crown on her head. If you don't know anything about Yemaya is the goddess of the sea. She's the queen mother of creation also in Ifa. Ostara is also, in her own respect, she's connected to Persephone. So she's like the goddess of fertility and the goddess of Easter. She's connected to Easter, actually. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but if you ever watched American Gods, she's depicted, I think, like in season 3. I forget, because the seasons, they kind of ended it real wonky. So anyhow, and then Guinevere or Genevieve, depending on how you pronounce it. True love. This is I believe she's like a European, could be slow. You might find pieces of her in Slovenia, I'm hearing, maybe Slovakian culture as well. I'm listening to where we can find her mythology. Europe, Eastern Europe is what I'm hearing. Eastern Europe, Scottish as well, maybe some Irish, but Scottish Irish. So anyhow, the reason why I bring this up is there might be some connections with you and your like your culture. There's something with your culture where you may come from a very rich culture. Your culture may be one that's Caribbean, just one where it's okay for not okay, but what I mean to say is like if you're a feminine, you are like a feminine, like you peacock. Like if you've not heard of the term peacock, it's like where you put your best out on display. So if you're a feminine, it's like you might show your midriff. You might like do things that make you very sexy. Like might show your midriff. You may be very luxurious in how you dress. You might show a little more. There's something about you, like your hair is always like done, but I just feel like you really, really present yourself like amazingly. I'm hearing Rihanna. So maybe your style, and maybe not exactly the style, but even if Rihanna is chill, or if she's like going out to a Grammys after party, her style is always like, it draws you in, it pulls you in. Like people probably go half the time to see what she's wearing, you know? So it's kind of like you have that essence to you. And for the men on the other end, you embody like this, like the perfect masculinity of your divine masculine. And again, gender neutral, y'all. You embody the perfect form of like masculinity. There's something about you where when your attractors, the people who are attracted to you, when they see you, they're like, whoa, who is that? Like it's maybe it's your body type, but I'm seeing different body types, but I'm also feeling like it's your style. All of you, this is a group where what attracts people into you, it's your presentation, it's how you present yourself, it's your style. You might wear ornate jewelry, like very fashionable pieces, very ornate pieces of jewelry. You may also wear like Baroque, if I'm saying that incorrectly, Baroque jewelry, or like pieces. You see how like she has like these ornate pieces here? I mean, it might be like pieces that are very like antique pieces, or just a piece of jewelry. For fellas, you might have like a really nice chain. You might wear like the Italian horn, or you may wear like a really nice block diamond chain. You know, it's like something that y'all wear, especially around y'all neck. People see it and they're like, yo, they got money. That's what it is. You might attract gold diggers on the shadow aspect. Y'all might attract masculines. Y'all might attract gold diggers and feminines. Y'all might attract people who like, you know, the type that want to lay up on you and let you do all the work and have the kids and pay the bills and dot. So be mindful of that, both masculine and feminine alike. But yeah, y'all look rich, y'all look wealthy, y'all might drive really nice cars. You may, even if you don't have the money, the way that you display yourself, you look like you have money. So people be running into that. They're like, I want to get some of that. So we're going to open this energy up a little bit more. Why or how else do these lovebirds attract their lovers? Ooh, I don't like that shuffle, so I'm going to do it again. How do they attract their lovers? We'll take that one. Let's see what else comes out. How do they attract their... Ooh, okay. I'm going to take this King of Coins, the Strength card. All right, I'm going to leave it there because I'll keep going in the deck. And then 4 of Coins. Yeah, I feel like there's also a thing about you where you might attract lovers who are kind of stingy with their money, because they might be like, no, they got it. Like, no, she got it. Or he got it. I know he got the money. Like, you know, it's called people counting your pockets for you. Y'all ever heard that expression? If not, you heard it here first. Ain't nothing like somebody counting your pockets for you. And look at all this money here. You got the King of Cups, Strength card, and the 9 of Coins. I'm telling you, when people see you, they're like, ooh, look, I caught a fish. I didn't even think a fish could be in this pond. It's like you catch people off guard. Like most times when you're out at a place, like people look, I'm hearing the word mundane. No shade to the people around that are not you, but people look mundane compared to you. They're like, I'm hearing the word lames. I don't know why these words are coming, but next to you, it's like they're like mundane and lame. Like you look like a come up to people. So the reason why people are attracted to you, or those who are pursuing you, why they're attracted to you, is because you look like a come up. You also look strong. With the Strength card, some of you have like this lion kind of physique, or like a wildcat physique. Like you might have a figure like a lion, or a figure like a puma, because you know, like lions can be a little bit more huskier, and there's like the cheetahs and the pumas who are still all muscle, but their bodies are a little bit more slender. They don't have as much fat on it. So I just see that this is a group where people see your bodies, especially the fellas, like your upper body game, your leg game, like everything about y'all like this is an athletics group. Even if you're not like super fit, you look like you work out. All right. There was another group in these selections where it was something about their body that was enticing, no matter what size. But I feel like with this group, you either look like you used to work out, or you look like you do work out, or you take your workout really serious and your fitness and your health really seriously. And people, they look to you like, oh, it's almost like some people some people, when they see y'all, they are attracted to you because they want you to like model their stuff, model their brands. And this could be in a online kind of way, or this could be in person when people see you. You never know who's looking at you, right? Because everybody these days, a lot of more people today are doing more creative personal endeavors versus doing a traditional kind of job. And not that one is better than the other, just more so to highlight that this could be a person that's looking at you and that's like, oh my God, this person looks so fucking good. Like, I want them to model my jewelry line. I want them to model my athletics wear. I want them to be a model for my dreads or my locks hair care product line, for my skincare line. So there's something about you that people whisper and they want you to model for them. I'm even hearing naked model art, something. Okay. But yeah, that's why, and that's really how I'm seeing that you attract them in, is just with this wealth appearance that you have. You just look like you got money, and I'm not really getting much more past that, and I don't like to be redundant in energy. So we're going to look at what makes them stay. So once you pull them in, what makes them stay? And I'll still listen to see if I get any more messages, but I think that's it. A lot of people want to know about your career. They want to get career advice from you. They want to learn from you how you make your money. A lot is just about you and money. They feel that you're lucky, like they would be lucky to be bedded by you or to get in bed with you, because the pillow talk would be probably equally, or if not more, beneficial than the sex. I don't know how I'm sure that your sex game is on point. This is not what the reading is about, but it's like people just, you know how like you just want to get in a room with certain people just to understand like the business of something. Like if you're trying to break into the music industry, you might want to get in a room with Jay-Z. I mean, you probably don't, because what comes with that? But to get in a room with Jay-Z and be able to pick his mind and understand his business, like there's so much wisdom in that man, so things like that. You're like a celebrity to a lot of people, or you come off like a celebrity. Okay, so what makes them stay? Once you got them in, what makes them want to stay? What makes the lovers for pile 3 want to stay? What makes them want to stay? What makes them want to stay? Thank you. Okay, we'll take it just 3. So I'm going to take this one because it keeps flipping out my hand. We have here Eshu. Interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, that's why this is all in reverse. All right. So this is going to get a little bit deeper. We have here Eshu. We have the 3 of water, which is like the 3 of cups. And then this is the 4 of air. So what makes people want to stay is 2 things. First off, you're a little bit unconventional. I'm hearing a little untraditional. Unconventional and untraditional. With that unconventional and untraditionalness to you, it makes people feel kind of comfortable to kind of let their guard down, to wave their freak flag. I'll be honest, this is the one group where I've felt the most where there might be same-sex relationships more in this group than in other groups, or people who participate in same-sex relationships, or prefer, I should say. And I feel that I only bring that up to say that you might be someone who people who are either in the closet, they're afraid to come out because of what the world is going to say and do, or people who are unsure about their sexuality. They're like, let's go this way, no, let's go that way. Like, they're not sure about their sexuality. People who like kind of, and I'll get to Eshu because there's 2 meanings or 2 things I'm hearing here that you do, and this is beautiful. But you allow people to kind of explore their sexuality. Now, whether they're exploring their sexuality with you and they feel comfortable to do that with you. Let me just say that. It's not like you're someone who's like coercing people to do things. No, people see you and there's something about you when they're with you. First, you bring them in because of how you look, and you just the energy that you radiate as far as wealth energy. And then when they're around you, it's like you're not just financial or physical wealth. You're also this inner wealth of letting me feel comfortable, letting me feel rooted, letting me feel strong in myself. You probably have a very fortified, very strong root chakra. I'm sure you've done a tremendous amount of work to get there. Your lower chakras all feel very stable for me. Root, sacral, and solar plexus. Even my lower back pain that I usually get, I don't feel from blockages that I tend to have in my sacral chakra from time to time, not always. So I just say all that to say that people feel very comfortable around you, and they feel comfortable enough to open up in their sexuality. Again, if you are someone who has explored same-sex relationships, whether sexually, romantically, or more seriously, then these individuals stay with you because you kind of give them the pass to explore that too. I'm also seeing, and if you hear that kind of go down in the background, that's just like my air purifier. So the other part to that is you seem like you might be down with threesomes. So people who want to spice things up in the bedroom, or they want to try different things, you seem like you're okay. If not threesomes, then open relationships. That's why I said something unconventional here. Open relationships, polyamory, polygamy, just something that is a non-traditional approach to romance and love, how normal standards in society works. And I think that the people stay with you, your lovers stay with you, or they wish that they have wanted to stay with you. Now, I really don't feel like a lot of exes who are like, oh, I wish I could still be with them. And not because they don't miss you, y'all. Don't fuck it up. It's because I feel that there's something mature about your endings, because you're so, so just open and unconventional. This is a very open, unconventional group. Because you're so like that, you don't get caught up in the romantic drama. You don't get caught up in the emotional drama. You don't get caught up in that. You don't get caught up in the whirlwind of it. And you educate and coach and teach directly or indirectly your lovers to also not get caught up in that. It's like, hey, we came, we saw, we loved, we conquered, and we're out, baby. And if our fucking train station rides past each other again and we so happen to see each other, then let's do it again. Let's come, literally and figuratively, let's conquer and let's love again. And it's just like this rolling stone, but not rolling stone in a way where I'm being neglectful with hearts. I don't give a fuck. It's like, if it works, it works, and let's make it work. Great. But if it doesn't work, guess what? This world is too vast. This is a universe we live in, not a fucking world, a universe. We don't need to be caught up in this. Let's pick ourselves up, cry a day or two, and move on. So it's something that you do where you really help people to get their strong, look, just like Yemaya, their strong romantic sea legs. And what's so wonderful and freaking funny now that I do that is Eshu is Yemaya's son in mythology, depending on the one that you follow, but Eshu is one of Yemaya's son. So it's like you are the Cupid. You are a Cupid. You teach people how to deal with love, how to deal with their emotional love. So yes, you open people up to their sexuality. You encourage people to explore it safely, securely, to come out the closet. I really fucking hate that expression. I gotta get a new one because I hate that expression. I feel like it's just mentally programmed in my mind. Come out the closet. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry if you like that expression. I'm not really sorry if you like that expression. It's my personal feelings, If you like it, kudos to you. But it's, you help people to celebrate their trueness, their authenticity. I like that. Celebrating their trueness. I like that better, And another thing that you do is you help people get past their addictions. So there's something about you, maybe you've had addictions, or you've had parents, you grew up in a household where addictions was something that you've had to face and deal with, but you help your lovers to get past like alcoholism in particular, poor money management. I don't really feel gambling as much, but maybe for some of you, even gambling, you've taught people how to manage their money better and how to feel reward in other ways outside of just, feeling that goodness from getting a win. And I don't know, like, gambling is a very unique addiction. Okay. So I feel called to say that I'll put the gambler support line in this for this pile to access. And I just want to remind you guys that with every one of my readings comes a divine assignment, and each divine assignment helps to bring your reading full circle. And those divine assignments are catered those divine assignments are catered to helping you to bring your reading full circle. So I want you to head over to my website. Once you're there, look at the thumbnail. You're going to find the thumbnail that matches this reading. Scroll over to divine assignment number 3. I will have a uniquely custom channeled assignment for you that will help you to bring your reading full circle. Sorry about that. Had to run it back a little bit. So had a little bit of a distraction. So what I was saying was that you help people get past their addictions. And I do feel called to leave a support number down. And with every one of my readings, you receive a divine assignment. So don't forget to head over to my website at www.lovenaturally.com. Look for the thumbnail that matches this reading. Once you're there, you're going to scroll all the way down to divine assignment number 3. You're going to find a unique assignment that I channel to help bring your reading full circle. Totally free, no registration required. And you're going to find some really wonderful other goodies on my website while you're there. Also free. But what I was saying is that you help people get past their addictions. There could be something that you have done in your past where you've either witnessed or maybe you yourself have gone through some hardships and you are really a support to your lovers in that way. I'm going to pull some naughty cards, okay? And these cards have some very explicit messages on them. And I shuffled before off camera, so I'm going to do just a split of the deck, and then we're going to see why else do people want to stay with you once you're their lover. What else makes pile number 3's lovers want to stay with them? We've got 3, and then I'm going to do I'll be honest, I don't like how that shuffle went down. I like this one, and then let's do another one. Any more? Let's do one more shuffle. Let's see. We'll take that one. Okay, so from a more like sexual standpoint, because I did already feel that you're someone I feel like you might be sexually liberal. So if you're so romantically liberal, or in your relationships you may be liberal, then I feel that liberation I cannot talk in this reading. I'm so sorry, y'all. That liberation may transfer over into also how you are treating your sexual relationships, but we can't assume, so let's see. First off, people want to stay with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jackson 5 Live. I got that from Bobby Hemmett. If those of you who may know who that is, if you don't matter. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jackson 5 Live, it just means it makes me laugh because whatever he said, it was like so funny. Anyway, long story short, this is when somebody is masturbating to you. So in particular, somebody likes to pleasure themselves to you. So I'm seeing in particular that people, they want to stay with you. They want to stay with you because it might be like things that you send them throughout the day, maybe like nudes that you send, or like certain type of content. I don't know, maybe things that you say. I feel like you might send things, and the type of nudes that you've sent, people still reflect back to that, and it makes them want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it makes them want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jackson 5 Live. I had to sneeze, so you know it's the truth. Okay, had to go take some allergy medicine because I was getting like a sneezing like little spell. What the fuck? So anyhow, like I was saying, oh my gosh, and look how all of these sticks are around. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jackson 5 Live, but it's like they like to pleasure themselves to you a lot. So again, there's something about your nudes or the things that you send, whether it's text messages or whatever it is that you be sending or posting. It's very enticing. Okay, so it makes people want to stay because it's like they like getting that from you. Like you're very good at that, sexting or like posting sexy pictures. We have here also, I want to lick your brain. I did say this before with I want to lick your brain. It's like there's something about you that, remember I said to get in the door with you, to be able to have a sit down with you at like a table to discuss business. Like betting you is just as wonderful as the pillow talk afterwards. Again, before I said it, the like pillow talk is worth more, I think, but I think that's the initial stages. Like people look at you, they're like, oh my gosh, they look good, they look like they have money, but also they look like they just figured out life. You look like you figured out life. And it's like almost, again, I don't mean to keep using Rihanna examples, but I always, when I hear interviews you always hear, or you may always hear, that she's very smart, she's very creative. She's very smart, very creative outside of her, being a beautiful woman. So a lot of the lovers that she's even had, Drake, ASAP Rocky, etc., Leonardo DiCaprio, Hassan I forgot his last name, but all of her lovers, they all will say the same thing. Chris Brown, that she's very intelligent. So it's like you are someone who is really intelligent, but you're also really nice to, like, you're really sexy. You're really nice to bed. So it's like that two parts that people get from you, they love, okay? They don't want to leave it. Then you have deeper, no deeper than that. Okay, so many people feel like you have it's the stroke. So it's all right, so it's the fact that you can reach certain depths depending on the tools and parts that you like to use when you're in your lovemaking sessions, all right? But it's the amount of depth that you're able to do. So you're able to reach spots and parts on your lover that other people are not able to reach, or have not reached before, or will never reach. Oh, okay. And I'm even seeing women who may use their fingers to their lovers. Your fingers, you do something with your fingers different that that their other lovers don't do. In particular, women. Like the men, I feel like it's more your what you packing with, and for the women it's how you're using your fingers, okay? And then in the other part, it's how you receive. This came up in another pile, but this is also like how you receive. Like you receive well. You have it's the way that you pull your lover into you when you are receiving them, okay? I'm trying to change. Please. Oh, wow. Didn't we say that you help people change? I'm trying to change. Please be patient with me. They want to stay again because you help them to change. And then we have here last restraints. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. I'm going to cut it down while we're on camera and I'll talk about it. But we have here last restraints. And with restraints, I'm seeing this in two ways. I see it as restraints where, one, you teach people how to have personal restraint. Like I was saying before, that emotional maturity that people need to have when they're leaving a relationship. There's something about you, again, that's just very mature when it comes to saying goodbye. You're very mature with endings, hence the 9 of coins here. And you also know how to value people while you have them. You really teach people how to slow down and be a mindful lover. Wow. You are a mindfulness coach, love coach. Maybe that's a business idea for somebody, but you are a mindfulness love coach. You really slow people down and teach them how to be a more mindful lover. And also you may just be into using like bondage or restraints or just different type of toys. I'm hearing toys because over here we had with the 4 of air, or I'm sorry, this is the 9 of air. I kept saying 4 before. This is the 9 of air with the endings, number 9, endings, double endings with the 9 of air. And the glyphs here are Uranus, and Uranus represents that Aquarius energy. So that's like your kinks, your quirks, like those different things that you wouldn't try with somebody else, those type of role plays. For some of you, you are into role play where you're family members. I don't know if I can say the word, but you're into role play or the persons you attract, they're into role play where the two of you are family members, whether, I don't know how deep the fantasy goes, okay? And it's like you may help them to explore that. And this is not a judgment zone, okay? We're not employing anyone to do that in the real world. But if it's your fantasy and you're not family, do your thing, okay? And it's 2 consenting individuals of equal age brackets, or at least around the same equal age brackets, so that their intelligence matches. I don't like when people say, oh no, it's okay as long as they're like 18. I don't give a fuck if they're 18. If their mentality is at the level of an 18-year-old. You can't be like a 60, 70-year-old with someone who's 18 and expect the same maturity level. It's not possible. The years on earth is not there. So I mean, it can happen. I don't like to say not possible, because through spirit all things can happen, but I don't mean it in that way. I just mean that you are someone who really helps people to explore the kinky parts of their sexuality. So let's do the last part here. And our last section is going to look at how it is that you transform them. We're going to pull just one card. So how is it that pile 3 transforms their lovers? How do they transform their lovers? How is it that they transform their lovers? Wow. Okay, I said I was going to do one, but I guess we have to do 2. Whatever. So the first way that you transform them is you take them from point A to point B. So I actually understand and I get why you're able to be so kind of like easy with saying goodbyes. I never can say goodbye, girl. Ooh, baby. I never can say goodbye. No, 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 no. Ooh. All right. So you help people become okay with saying goodbyes. And I'm hearing now why you are okay with that, or why you're so good at ending relationships in a mature, emotionally mature way, is because you are not always meant to be with your lovers. You know, people come in for a reason or a season. And it's not so much like you're a season, but you're not really meant to be with lovers, all your lovers for forever. You're this lover presence who comes into your lovers' lives. You transform it and then you move on. I'm almost hearing kind of like you might get bored. That's a whole different conversation and we could talk about on a shadow work reading session or something, but I'm hearing that maybe you get bored or you outgrow it and it's just something that happens naturally and you move on. So this may not be for everybody, but you're the one lovebird who actually doesn't mate for life. You have different mates that you encounter throughout your life, and you help people. How you transform them is that you get them to their next stage in their life. And I know that looks like a chapel at the top, but you help people to fortify with that number 40 at the top left. You help people to fortify themselves. You might even be in your 40s. This might be a group where you're predominantly in your a more matured age bracket, because I don't like that word older, but ain't nothing wrong with old. We do have to dispel that as a society, as a peoples. Nothing is wrong with old. There's a lot of good things that come with old. Wisdom. Ain't nothing like some good old aged cured meat. My mouth is salivating. I didn't have lunch. So anyhow, focusing here, you help people fortify themselves. You transform them because you help them to get situated and you help them to become an adult. Maybe that's why that's that Yemaya Eshu energy. You know, you help people raise people up. You help them to adult up. And again, with the reference of that sexual fantasy where people may like to role play where the two of you may be related or whatever, something like that. That even kind of ties to like that Eshu Yemaya kind of energy, because that's mother and son. Now they didn't get down like that in the mythology for clarity, but that is probably one of the reasons why I'm channeling that. I know one of you definitely have done that fantasy before, or you watch that type of fantasy kind of adult entertainment. I know it. I don't judge you. Just don't act out on it in real life, and don't watch the real stuff, okay? So we have here the roots of abundance. Again, you help people to get money. Look at that. You help people to stabilize and root themselves. Didn't we say before, you're very stable, you're very rooted. Your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your lower chakras are very rooted. They're very founded. You're very situated. You're very stable. You're very just secure. All of those words that come with those lower chakras. Emotionally stable, confident in yourself, confident to be by yourself. You know, you love people, but I'm cool with my company too. You know, this is you. And you teach people to do that for themselves, and you transform their lives so they can do that for themselves from the ground, from the root, from the rooter to the tutor, from the ground up. You teach them how to do that first with their finances and their money. You teach them how to make money. You teach them how to make their money, make money, how to save, how to have different type of savings plans, how to invest, how to flip. And I also am getting that you have a lot of, you may have a lot of friends who or business partners or people you've done some type of business deals with, who they were once lovers, but they became just business friends, and it's no hard feelings. You know, maybe some of them still want you, but That's it. Okay, y'all, so we're going to cap it there because we're at our time. And this was an interesting read, Pile 3. Very wonderful spending time with your energy. Please come back to visit me anytime. And don't forget, I offer free alignment calls. So if you have a personal goal that you need help with, I'm your girl. We'll set a spiritual SMART goal. That's right, a spiritual SMART goal to help to get you there. It's absolutely free. There are no sales attached. There's no coaching classes I'm going to force you to sign up for. It's just something that I'm able to offer right now from the bottom of my heart to all of you. So get it while supplies last. And when you're fully ready, you should check out my full menu of services. You're going to find amazing things there. I can help you get in connection with your ancestors. We can help you do some shadow work, or we can just do a general tarot reading or get you some Reiki done. Did you know I was certified? Well, until the next time, know that I love you, and Love Naturally is out.